Hi, so we are Brenna and James Perry, and we just finished closing on a house. And our real estate agent was Micah, who was great. And I know on my end of things, I was the one who was going and looking at houses with Micah quite a bit, and it took quite a bit of time. And he was so willing to go as soon as we found something, which for me, having an agent versus not having an agent is he made all the phone calls, and I just met him there to look at houses. And that was just super easy for me as far as just fitting it around my schedule. So that for me was the biggest thing. And then the second biggest thing is that I think I'll always have an agent now when I purchase or sell, just because they're an advocate for you. So the things are kind of harder to say, or you don't want to seem rude or anything, like, because you're trying to be very nice. That's their job to say. And Micah was always very professional, but he was very straightforward and direct, and I just think that was the best as far as anything we experienced.
Yeah. I think having Micah as an agent took a lot of stress off of it. We probably ended up saving all the money that you would spend hiring an agent, because the way we were represented to the sellers and everything, we actually were able to save cost on the house and have the sellers do a lot of things that we might have had to do on our own if we didn't have someone representing us who knew what they were doing. This was our first house, and so we had no idea what we were doing or who we needed to contact or anything, and Micah had really good references for our mortgage lender and for the inspection, both people that we ended up loving to work with. So we're really happy about our experience. I always have a lot of questions. I'm curious about everything, and everyone was really good at answering questions. And so I'm glad Micah was willing to answer questions, be available, and refer people who were the same way.
And even if, so back to like when we were looking, because it took us, I think 4 months of active looking, yeah. 2 months of active looking, and 4 months of kind of sort of looking. But since we were first time home buyers, I did kind of know what to look for, but there were some things I didn't know what to look for. And so when we were looking at houses, Micah was really quick to say, this might not be so good, you'd want to get this looked at, and that kind of thing. And so it made me feel a lot better about the whole, just thinking, trying to figure out which ones we were going to put an offer on based on what we saw.
Whenever we had a feeling about a house, there was one that we put an offer on, and we could have taken an offer that was a little bit higher that they countered, but we just didn't feel right about it. Micah was totally supportive, felt no pressure to get into a house in any way or whatever, and so it was just, we really felt like we were represented completely. So.
Yeah. Yay.